I spoke a little bit before about the idea of a healing crisis, but I just wanted to reiterate this a little bit more because I think it's an extremely important idea to keep in mind if you choose to go through the purification. And that is that we're so accustomed to sort of be afraid of symptoms, or to run to our physician, or to go to the pharmacy when we're having symptoms to find some way of ameliorating them. But during the healing crisis, it's a different situation, because when we have accumulated these residues and toxins in our body, which naturally lowers our vitality, and when they're being brought out of cells and into the circulation, the blood and lymphatic circulation, we will experience uncomfortable symptoms, whether it be maybe more fatigue, or maybe whatever symptom we've been experiencing is probably going to get a little bit worse. Might be headaches, might be joint pains, might be, loose stools, whatever the symptoms may be. It is a period when the body is willing and wanting to rid these toxins from the body, to lower its collected body burden of these toxins. And it's not something to fear. It is not something that you want to interfere with, or to somehow control or suppress using a synthetic substance. The idea then is to believe in this wisdom within that wants to get rid of it, wants to excrete it from the system. It's also a matter of relaxation, or let's say surrendering to the experience. If you take the time to do this program for 2 weeks or longer, you have to have, the mindset is that this is the time for you, a time that you desire to devote to regaining your health. And it requires to be able to set aside this time without having the stress of having to be available, or to work, or things like that. I know it's not easy in this culture. We're so driven these days of doing rather than simply being. But if you can devote this time to allowing your body to heal, to go through the crisis, the healing crisis, to be available for the therapies that will aid your body to excrete these toxins, you will come out on the other side a definite notch up from where you are right now. I think we can all recall, hopefully, the experience of as a child. We lived in the country. We had a cattle ranch, and doctors were not all that available in those days compared to now, and also the distance to seeing a doctor was quite a ways away. Antibiotics in those days were not used as much as they are today. So we remember the time of having a fever, or an earache, or let's say a sore throat, but definitely we can probably all recall having a fever. And then, not feeling well for 12 hours or 18, 24 hours, and going to bed and sweating, and then, wow, let's say going to bed not feeling well at all, and then this sweat would break out. And, my mother knew that was a great sign, and luckily she didn't think about giving medication, just let it pass through. I don't know how she realized that then, and I was too young to know. But once we sweat, the sweat breaks the fever, and it comes down, and I think we can all recall that clarity of how we felt, that energy, that it was just like, wow, it's like breaking out of the fog, out of the mist. And this is what happens during the healing crisis. It's gonna happen. You sign up for the program, it sounds exciting, but just know that you are very likely going to go through a period of time of not feeling well, because these toxins are being eliminated from your system. It's probably the most important thing to remember, because You know, a lot of times we think if I just take this supplement or I just do this therapy or whatever, I'm going to feel like my vitality is going to just start going like this. My symptoms will decline, and that's what we're expecting when we go see a doctor. I'm going to just feel better. But in this case, you must realize that the way out of your condition is very likely to pass through this period when your body is getting rid of the burden of toxins from your system. Again, I don't believe people are strong enough these days to go through a water fast. So even just drinking juice, nothing but juice for probably 2 days or 3 days, most people will get to a point where they become sick. Well, we know it's not really sick, it's just a crisis, a healing crisis of getting rid of toxins from the body. So we are here to support you in whatever way we can with therapies. We also do other therapies, intravenous, vitamin C, all those things, but ideally you want to let the body go through what it needs to recover its health and to increase, once again, that innate vitality, that innate health that we all possess. Just need to kind of pull the layers off of all the burdens from the body, and it will germinate and be going straight for the beautiful sunshine and the blue sky. So this is an important topic. We're going to be we have weekly or every bi-weekly educational talks at our centers so that people are informed, they're educated, they're empowered to regain their health and not rely upon a system that has nothing to do with health, but only with managing of disease. Thank you.